Jai Sitaram. Balakant, chapter 48. In the previous section, we heard the beautiful prayers of King Sumati of Vishala. And Sumati asks Rama, Lakshmana, Visvamitra, and all the sages to stay there for that one night. And then we are into the next morning. This is the 14th morning since Rama and Lakshmana left Ayodhya. And they are walking towards Mithila. They see a beautiful yet dilapidated ashrama on the outskirts of Mithila. And Rama is curious to know the history of that ashrama. Verse 14. Hanta te katayashyami shrunu tatvena raghava yasya etat ashrama padam shaptam kopan mahatmana. Visvamitra says, "Listen to me, O Raghava, while I narrate to you the wonderful train of events that culminated in the curse of this lonely hermitage by the great-souled Gautama." Verse 15. Gautamasya narashreshta purvam asit mahatmanah ashramo divya sankashah suray api supujitah. One of the fairest spots on earth this was when he dwelt herein with his wife Ahalya, engaged in the long and severe course of tapas. The very gods frequented it for its rare beauty and envied Gautama the possession of it. Verse 16. Sacha atra tapa atishtat ahalya sahita pura varsha pugani anekani rajaputra mahayashah. In this hermitage, O Prince Rama, that highly renowned Gautama sat tight in asceticism for a number of years with his wife Ahalya. Verse 17. Tasya antaram viditva tu sahasrakshah shachi patih muni vesha dharo bhutva ahalyam idam abravit. The Lord of the Celestials loved the fair Ahalya and was ever on the watch for an opportunity to accomplish his wishes. And one day he got it when the sage was away from his cottage. Approaching Ahalya in the guise of the holy Gautama, the holder of Vajra exclaimed. Verse 18. Rutukalam pratikshante na arthinah susamahite sangamam tu aham ichhami tvaya saha sumadhyame. O thou, the fairest form that ever graced the earth below or the worlds above, a merciless tyrant is love, and no rules nor restrictions that man can make have power to stay his will. I am not master of myself. Full well do I know it is not your season, but what would you have me do? Fold me in your flower-soft arms and let me lose myself in an endless dream of bliss. Verse 19. Muni Vesham Sahasraksham Vignaya Raghunandana Matim Chakara Durmedha Devaraja Kutuhalat. She knew it was a ruler of the celestials that spoke those words of delicious love, and not her husband, the sage of restrained passions. But deep in her heart lurked a tender feeling for the powerful Lord of the immortals. Verse 20. Atha abravit surashreshtham kritarthena antaratmana kritartha asmi surashreshta gaccha shigram itah prabho atmanam mam cha divesha sarvada raksha gautamat. She leant near to the tempter and was lost. Her long deferred hopes realized, she spoke to him out of a glad heart. Well pleased am I, Lord, and now leave thou this place ere it is too late. One word before we part. Let no fancied sense of security blind thee to the perils of our position. Take good care of thyself and stand between me and the dread consequence of my act of folly. Verse 21. Indra tu prahasan vakyam ahalyam idam abravit sushroni paritushto asmi gamishyami yatha agatam. But Indra laughed away her fears and replied, Fair one, never can I thank you enough for your sweet condescension to my unworthy self, and now have I your leave to go? Verse 22. Evam sangamnya tu taya nishchakrama uttajat tatah sa Sambhramat Tvaran Rama Shankito Gautamam Prati. He spoke and hastened out of the cottage, all afraid of Gautama, whom his fluttering heart saw everywhere. Verses 23 and 24. Gautamam sa dadarsha atha pravishantam mahamunim devadanava durdarsham tapobala samanvitam tirtha utaka pariklinnam deepyamanam iva analam grihita samidham tatra sa kusham muni pungavam. And lo, there advanced towards him the subject of his thoughts and fears, the holy Gautama, about to enter his hermitage. Gods and asuras stood in hushed awe of him. Such was his inconceivable might, engendered of severe austerities. Fresh from his bath in the sin-cleansing waters, he drew near, the sacred grass in his hand and the bundle of fire sticks. The steady flame of the smokeless fire shone not with more luster, nor was more terrible in its all-consuming energy. Verses 25 and 26. Drishtva surapati trasto vishanna vadano abhavat ata drishtva sahasraksha munivesha dharam munihi Durvrittam vritta sampanno roshat vachanam abravit. The mighty lord of the shining ones quailed in abject terror before the calm glance of Gautama that pierced into his very soul and read into the innermost depths thereof. His face grew ghastly pale, and to him there standing false-hearted and unclean before the soul of spotless purity, to him in the borrowed feathers of the one in whose guise he came to perpetrate his foul deed of shame and iniquity, spoke the irate sage, scarcely able to control his fierce wrath. Verse 27. Mama rupam samasthaya kritavan asi durmate akartavyam idam yasmat vifalaha tvam bhavishyati. Impious wretch, that host there to soil my pure abode with this nameless act of wickedness, and that in my name and in my form? It is but insufficient punishment to thee that thou be deprived of what served you to carry out your nefarious purpose. A man be thou to all appearance, but in reality the mockery of one, a pitiful eunuch. Verse 28. Gautamena evam uktasya sa roshena mahatmana Petata vrisharnau bhumau sahasrakshasya tatkshanat. No sooner were the words out of the lips of the angry Gautama than the scrota of Indra withered and fell away from his body. Verses 29 and 30. Tatha shaptva cha vai shakram bharyam api cha shaptavan. Iha varsha sahasrani bahuni nivashisyasi. Vayu bhaksha nirahara tapyanti bhasma shayini. Adrishya sarva bhutanam ashrame asmin vashishyasi. Next he turned himself to Ahalya, Indra's partner in guilt. Lie thou here for thousands of years, long and weary, ever hungry, thy food the impalatable air, and the grey ashes and dust thy cloak. No mortal eye shall see thee, but an unquenchable fire shall ever consume thee. Verse 31. Yada tu etat vanam ghoram Ramo Dasaratha Atmajaha Agamishyati Durdarshaha Tada Puta Bhavishyasi. At a future age, there shall come across these wastes one Rama, the son of Dasaratha, of unapproachable might. Then and then alone shall this dread fate fall away from thee. Verse 32. Tasya atithena durvritte lobha moha vivarjita matsakashe muda yukta svam vapuku dharayishyasi. Honoring your divine guest, thou shalt shake thyself off forever from these bonds of foul desire and foolish vanity. Then shall thy heart know peace and joy, and then shalt thou take thy place by my side in all thy fatal beauty. Thus Sage Gautama cursed his wife Ahalya. Verse 33. Evam uktva mahateja Gautamo dushtacharinim imam ashramam utsrijya siddha charana sevite. Himavat shikhare ramye tapaha tepe mahatapaha. He took his bright presence away from the ill-fated one and left his holy place for the pleasant peaks of the Himalaya, where the angels of light ever loved to dwell, and there in that calm retreat did he take up his old course of life and its stern duties. This is the conclusion of the narration of the curse of Ahalya, as mentioned by Sage Visvamitra. So Visvamitra very clearly states over here that Ahalya knew that what she's doing is wrong, and yet she continues to do so because it was Indra and she was very flattered. Now, another very important point to remember is that many people say that Ahalya was turned to stone by the curse of Sage Gautama, but according to Valmiki Ramayana, that is not true. Gautama Muni says that she turned invisible, and the term that is used over here is adrishya, and she is just going to eat the air and that's it. And for thousands of years, Mother Ahalya meditated upon Rama, because Gautama Muni mentioned that Rama, the son of Dasaratha, will be the one to redeem her. So for thousands of years, Mother Ahalya has been thinking about Lord Rama. So the constant thought of the Lord is so potent that even the sin of Ahalya was destroyed. In the next chapter, we will see the meeting of Ahalya and Lord Rama in far greater detail. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunavde Chakravarti Dhanurjaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Jai Sitaram.